Have you ever looked at a beautifully wrapped traditional Thai dessert and just thought, no way, there is literally no way I can make that in my own kitchen? Well, you are definitely not alone. The delicate folds, the multiple layers, the exotic ingredients, it all seems incredibly complex. But what if I told you that it's actually highly approachable? In this explainer, we're going to break down the process step by step, making it entirely foolproof, even if you are stepping into the kitchen to make a Thai dessert for the very first time.
Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome everyone. Today we're demystifying Khanom Sai Sai. It's that beloved traditional Thai treat consisting of a sweet stuffed dough enveloped in a rich coconut cream. I know it looks like a masterclass in culinary architecture, but we're going to look at the exact techniques that make this beginner-friendly. We'll be relying directly on the tried-and-true methods from our source material to guide us.
To keep this totally foolproof, we're treating this recipe like building blocks. We'll quickly cover prepping your banana leaves, making the perfect coconut core, crafting the pandan dough, mixing the silky coconut crown, and finally, wrapping and steaming.
All right, block number 1, prepping your banana leaves, the rustic foundation. Before we even touch the ingredients, we need to prep our vessel. And please do not stress about absolute perfection here. First up, take a clean, damp cloth and wipe the banana leaves completely clean on both the front and the back. Next, you'll cut them into manageable pieces, about a handspan wide. You'll need a larger outer layer and a slightly smaller inner layer for each dessert. If your leaf cutting isn't perfectly uniform, do not panic. You can trim the edges straight or slightly curved, whatever you prefer. Finally, prepare some thin banana leaf strips and wooden toothpicks to tying the whole shebang together. See? The foundation is already set.
Moving on to block 2, the perfect coconut core, sweet, sticky, and nutty.
So, we start by building our caramel base. You'll need 300 grams of coconut sugar, just a splash, about 2 tablespoons of water, and a pinch of salt. Put this directly into your pan over low to medium heat. The goal here is to gently melt the coconut sugar and water together, stirring it around until it reaches a beautiful, deep, dark caramel color.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive secret it holds for beginners. If you want that ultimate, authentic flavor profile, you have to mix 2 different types of coconut. For the young coconut, you want to choose meat that is soft and yielding, that gives you this delicate moisture. But for the mature coconut, often called Thuek-Thuek in Thai, you want to select one with firm, slightly springy meat, because that brings the robust richness and nuttiness. Mixing these 2, it literally gives you the perfect balance of flavor and texture. Once both of those coconuts are in the caramel, just keep stirring. You're going to cook this down until the liquid reduces and the whole thing turns into a dark, sticky caramel. It'll look really rich, glossy, and dark brown. Once it reaches that consistency, get it off the heat. Let it cool down just until you can comfortably handle it, and then simply roll the mixture into small, bite-sized balls. And there you go. That's your flavor bomb, ready to go.
Block 3. Crafting the pandan dough, the chewy shell.
For this part, you'll start by blending about 12 chopped pandan leaves with clean water, and then you strain it thoroughly through a fine mesh or cheesecloth to extract that bright, fragrant green water. Next up is your glutinous rice flour, which is what gives the dough its signature chewiness. Now, don't just dump the water in all at once. You want to gradually pour the pandan water into the flour, kneading continuously. Pour, knead, pour, knead. It's this rhythmic, gradual mixing that ensures the dough becomes completely smooth, soft, and really easy to mold in your hands.
Once that dough is perfectly smooth and moldable, it's time to marry the chewy shell with that sweet core. You just pinch off a piece of the green dough, flatten it out into a little disc, pop your sticky coconut core right in the center, and fold the edges up to enclose it completely. Roll it gently between your palms into a perfectly round ball. Just be sure to keep these covered with a damp cloth so they don't dry out while we tackle the next step.
All right, on to block 4, the silky coconut crown, the creamy topping.
The ingredients here are super straightforward, but they're doing a lot of heavy lifting. We've got a mix of thick coconut cream and coconut milk, a little regular rice flour to act as a thickener, some white sugar, and salt. That salt is absolutely crucial for providing a savory contrast to the sweet core.
So, the absolutely crucial point is this next step. If you are a beginner, pay close attention because this is the ultimate secret to getting a flawlessly smooth topping. You literally must mix the coconut milk, rice flour, sugar, and salt completely off the heat first. Stir it until it is perfectly smooth without a single lump of flour left. Only then do you turn on the stove to a low heat. Then you just stir continuously. As the source brilliantly points out, you need to stir continuously until it forms beautiful, distinct ribbons. Think of the texture of a silky smooth custard or kaya jam. You do not want this to boil vigorously, you just want it to thicken gently until your spoon leaves these distinct trails or ribbons in the pan. The moment you see those ribbons, turn off the heat immediately.
And finally, block 5, wrapping and steaming, bringing it all together.
All right, grab your double-layered banana leaves. First things first, drop a spoonful of that creamy coconut topping right in the center. Gently place your stuffed pandan dough ball on top of that, and then dollop a little more topping right over the ball to crown it. Now, gather the sides of the banana leaf inward, tucking the ends to create a neat little pyramid. Take your banana leaf strip to wrap around the middle and pin it securely with a toothpick. A great pro tip here, pin the toothpick at an angle, not straight down, to prevent the delicate leaf from tearing. And hey, if your wrap comes out looking a bit messy or like a modern art project, don't sweat it. It's going to taste absolutely incredible in the end, regardless of the shape. Oh, and you can trim the pointy top of the leaf with scissors if you want a cleaner finish.
Once the water in your steamer is at a rolling boil, just lower the heat a tiny bit, carefully place your beautiful little leaf packages inside and cover them up. It literally takes just 20 minutes of steaming over medium heat for the magic to happen. The heat will steam the pandan dough to perfection, melt the topping down into the crevices, and infuse everything with that amazing earthy aroma from the banana leaves. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate payoff of our building block approach. When you finally unwrap that steamed leaf, you are greeted with a total masterclass in contrasting flavors and textures. You have the chewy, vibrant pandan shell giving way to a sticky, deeply sweet and nutty coconut core, all of it beautifully offset by the rich, creamy, and slightly salty coconut topping. It's a perfect harmony of tastes in every single bite, and it's completely achievable right in your own kitchen. By breaking it down into these simple, manageable pieces, what looked like an intimidating traditional dessert completely transforms into a really fun, rewarding kitchen project. So I'll leave you with this thought. Now that you hold the blueprint to this culinary architecture, what sweet core will you wrap up today? Get into the kitchen, embrace the rustic folds of the banana leaf, and surprise yourself with what you can create. Thanks for exploring this explainer with me.